it's Pickles. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are all doing well. I know it's been a little while since I posted last. Sorry about that. I was on the East Coast for vacation, looking at some colleges, but I am really happy to be back. And I'm really excited to get started with today's video. Now, today we are actually going to be continuing along with our journey with the Vulgate. Now, if you haven't gotten a chance to check out the part 1 of the Vulgar Latin series, I'd recommend you do so. It'll give you some of the necessary context to understand what we will be discussing today. But if you have, let's jump into it. Now, just to jog your memory, the Vulgate was a Latin translation, a Latin version of the Bible from the 4th century, and its essential purpose was to make Christianity a more accessible religion. And it worked really well. It totally did its job. And because of the resounding success that it found in the Vulgate, the church decided to continue using it as its main version of the Bible. Now, eventually, they were like, hey, why don't we just make it official, say that this is our version? And they did this in what was called the Council of Trent. This happened in like 1540s, 1550s, around then, during the Protestant Revolution. And I'm not going to try and explain the whole history of that. That would take a few days. But essentially, the church needed to put forward a very united, a very strong front. And in the Council of Trent, what they were really doing was setting out guidelines and rules on how it would operate and how all denominations of the church would operate. And part of this was the creation of what we call a Tridentine Mass. Now, the Tridentine Mass is a really long word for a pretty simple thing. It's just a formal way of holding Mass that includes the use of the Vulgate. And essentially what the church did was establish the Vulgate as the main form of the Bible. In fact, they said, "Moreover, the sacred and holy synod, considering that no small utility may accrue to the Church of God, if it be made known which out of all the Latin editions now in circulation of the sacred books is to be held as authentic, ordains and declares that the said Old and Vulgate edition, which, by the lengthened usage of so many years, has been approved of in the Church, be in public lectures, disputations, sermons, and expositions held as authentic, and that no one is to dare or presume to reject it under any pretext whatever." So you can see, like, if you were associated with religion, this religion, in any way, form, or shape, this was it. This was the book. There was no, there was no getting around it. There was no using anything else. This was it. Done. And because of this, since Christianity itself was so influential in so many different parts of society, the Vulgate in turn also was able to kind of spread to all corners. We see it in art from that time. A lot of art has biblical references. We see it in writing. For example, Thomas Hobbes' Leviathan has several references back to the Vulgate. But we also see it in something we may all be slightly more familiar with, and that is modern English. Words like creation, salvation, and justification come directly from Latin found in the Vulgate, creatio, salvatio. My point being, you can really see how much the Vulgate shaped and influenced society, not just then, but in ways which still impact us in the modern day. Now, I know that was a lot of information I just threw at you, so we'll stop here for today. In the next video, we're going to finish up this journey and look at how the Vulgate can be seen in the modern day, but also how and why it declined from use. Now, if you want to learn more about that, hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and come back for the next video. But until then, I hope you guys are enjoying your summer. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you later. Bye!